guys how I use the E.L.F. Pore Refining Peel Off Mask. So I use this mask on a weekly basis, but sometimes my skin definitely needs a little bit more. So I start with a washcloth, pat it under hot water, and I'm just gonna heat up the areas I'm gonna work with. If you have a humidifier, that will do it too. You just really want to open up your pores, and hot water is going to do that. Every week, I do this at least once. I will take this mask and I'll just put it on my nose like this. Again, always starting with the warm washcloth to open up the pores so this can really get into all your pores. And I apply it pretty generously because the thicker it is, the easier it is to peel off. So I do at least this every single week to I have really large pores in my nose, so I just kind of like try to get rid of the excess dirt and oil. But you know, sometimes your skin just like feels a little congested and it needs a little extra, so I tend to go onto my T-zone and I apply to the chin. And then I connect the two areas around my mouth. And then I go up onto my forehead. So between the eyebrow hairs, but you really want to make sure you don't actually get this in your eyebrow hairs because this is a peel off mask, so you don't want it to like remove any hairs that you want to keep. So just be very careful with that. That is literally all I do. Now I'm going to let it sit for a full 30 minutes because that's really going to get into the pores, harden, so that when you peel it off, it's removing the dirt and oils from the pores. You're going to feel like it's dry long before the 30 minutes is over, but still set your timer. I'm going to put a whitening strip in and I will see you in 30. Okay, so now that we've waited our full 30 minutes, as this says, going to peel this off. I always start around the mouth because it starts to lift. Okay, so now that I've got most of it off, I try to peel my edges, but normally they're so thin that like you're just gonna be scraping at your skin, which you don't want to irritate it even more considering you just like peeled this off your skin. So like I have irritation already. So I take a cold towel. So pretty much I took my warm towel that I heated up and just put it in the fridge for the 30 minutes that I let the mask set so they'd be nice and cold. The cold towel, which is going to close my pores. And we're also using the towel to wipe off the excess. These masks are good for surface level, so it's like good to do it once a week so that nothing gets too deep. But for like really deep extractions, most likely you're just gonna need a facial. But besides that, this is really great for maintenance. Now that I got all of the mask off, unfortunately, the glitter is a different story, which is honestly the only thing I don't like about this mask is this glitter. It's kind of a pain in the ass. So I just ignore it. I go to sleep and I wash my face in the morning and it'll all come off by then. But it's also good because this mask is made with charcoal, witch hazel, and lavender. So the charcoal is really gonna do the deep cleaning. The witch hazel is pretty much what most toners are made out of. So it's also gonna help close the pores. And then the lavender is like a calming effect. Even though I have redness in my skin, it's not like it's uncomfortable. So I just use a little oil. Use the oil after I use the cold washcloth to close my pores, so I'm not putting oil directly into my skin, but this is just gonna really help moisturize so I can go to sleep. It's gonna also help calm my skin because it's a facial rose oil. So this is how I use the E.L.F. Pore Refining Peel Off Mask.